Hi, I'm Guy DiMartino. I am a Northwest Indiana estate planning and probate lawyer. And recently, with COVID in 2020, I've received a number of phone calls from children whose last parent has passed away, and they are overwhelmed with what to do first, second, or third regarding their parents' stuff. So I am going to try to prioritize and give you information that you need to know if your parent passed away and you are now the person who has to handle the affairs. So the first thing you really need to try to do after your parent passed away is you need to determine if they had a prepaid funeral plan. So you're going to have to look around the house, or hopefully you will know if they had estate planning documents or prepaid funeral arrangements, because you don't want to go to another funeral home if the prepaid plan will not go ahead and transfer to the other funeral home. So that is the first priority. If their money is locked up in a bank or in a safety deposit box or things like that, you can try to ascertain whether they have life insurance, and you could potentially agree with a funeral home to assign some of the life insurance benefit for the cost of the funeral. If that's not available, then you and your family members are going to have to get together initially and lay out the money for the funeral expenses, and hopefully if there's some money or possessions in the estate, then you will have to reimburse the folks who laid out the money for the funeral expenses. So that is the first thing, is you have to take care of those things. The next thing that you're going to need to do, whether there is a will or whether there's not a will, is once the funeral is done, the funeral home should be able to get you a number of death certificates. You are going to need a number of death certificates because, for instance, you're going to want to go to the bank. You're going to want to show the bank the death certificate, and you're going to want to inquire, if you don't find bank statements at home, if there are any beneficiary designations on the bank accounts. Because if there's a beneficiary to the bank account, then that's not something that would have to go through the estate. That would go through the beneficiary designation. And the same thing will happen regarding any life insurance proceeds that are out there, and the same thing regarding any retirement funds or 401ks. You're going to want to provide them with a death certificate, and they'll be able to tell you, or they'll notify the beneficiaries, if there are beneficiaries on those plans, that they would be entitled to receive those monies. If there's no beneficiary on the life insurance, because maybe your parents just had themselves as the beneficiary and they forgot to put a secondary or contingent beneficiary. So at that point in time, then you might have to open an estate. But initially, you want to work on getting the burial plans done. You want to work on getting a number of death certificates, and then finding out what type of assets are out there. That's the thing that you want to do in the first 30 to 60 days after your parent dies. If you ever have any questions regarding a Northwest Indiana estate matter or probate matter, you can always reach out to me. I am Guy DiMartino. Have yourself a great day.